topic is Righteous Gentiles. The title of my research paper is called The Sun Still Shines. Righteous Gentiles help Jews in four major ways: by assisting them, hiding them, providing for them, and rescuing them. There was a huge commitment that went with this. Secrets had to be kept, even sometimes from their own families of the righteous Gentiles, of who could know what was happening, what kind of a difference was this going to make. Approximately 2,000 non-Jews helped Jews escape during the Holocaust, and it is estimated they helped between 20 and 60,000 Jews. One of the things I wanted to investigate was why get involved in the first place? Why put yourself at risk? How did these Gentiles decide to do that? The Jews couldn't help themselves. It was a big deal to get involved. One of the main characters that I was very interested in was Sophie Scholl, her brother Hans, and their friend Christopher Provost. These were all young college students. The two males were doctors going to be in the medical field, and they were all going to the University of Munich, and when they got involved, they decided to print and distribute anti-Nazi literature to let other college students know, hey, there is some terrible things going on, and Hitler is not what we thought he was, and we need to let other people know that. These three young people ended up going to the guillotine for their supposed crimes against Hitler. And their lives were cut short. Sophie and Hans were raised in a Lutheran home. They were allowed to talk about pretty much anything they wanted to. Their parents allowed them the freedom to learn and to find out things that would help them. Another gentleman that I found out about was named Nicholas Winton. Mr. Winton will actually turn 104 years old in May of 2013. He's still alive. He was going on a ski trip, and his friend called him and said, "Don't bother bringing your skis, we've got something else to do." So Mr. Winton was instrumental in rescuing 669 Jewish children. His wife didn't even know about this for 50 years. She was cleaning out the attic and found all this information, pictures, all kinds of documentation where that Mr. Winton had found foster homes for children, helped them. On the day that Poland was invaded by Hitler, there were 250 Jewish children on a train waiting to leave Poland. Those children were never rescued because when the invasion happened, it's not known what happened to the children, but it's presumed that they were all annihilated. I found some very interesting things. One of the things that I found that really troubled me is so many people, apparently a large number of people, want to say that the Holocaust never happened. I can't imagine how any intelligent human being could say the Holocaust didn't happen. It's such a huge part of our history. It's well documented. There's so many things. There's so many photographs. There's so many pieces of evidence that it just boggles my mind that anyone could say that this didn't happen. Of my research, that's the one thing that I think bothered me the most. There's a Jewish saying in the book of the law called the Talmud, and it says, "Save one life and save the world." These righteous Jews made a huge difference. They stood up for what they believed in. I read that one woman said she had to be at peace with herself. It was about doing the right thing. The reason they got involved was because of love for humanity. Sometimes it was a spur-of-the-moment thing. Sometimes it was something that was a little bit further thought out. But I'm happy that I was able to do this paper called The Sun Still Shines. As Sophie Scholl walked to her death, she looked out and saw the sun shining. She refused to let her mother see her cry, but she walked out with a smile on her face knowing that she was facing death.